Workshop. Thank you for tuning in. Today we are going to be turning one of these, railroad spike, into one of these, a little showpiece tomahawk. So real quick, let's take a moment and talk about railroad spikes. They are not known for making good knives. The steel in them is not great, it's not high carbon, it's not going to hold an edge very well or anything like that. So let's get to it. Let's go ahead, light the forge, throw our hunk of steel in there, and get to work. So what we're doing first here is we are going to squish down the end of the railroad spike. Kind of we gotta keep it straight at the same time. So we gotta push down this material and shorten up the railroad spike itself. And it's called upsetting. So we gotta upset the end and compress it down to till this thing's about 3.5 inches. And what that's going to do is going to give us a big chunk of metal here at the blade side of the Tomahawk that allows us to fan out and give us that curved cutting edge that we want. I think we're going to go and stop there. That's about the right width. So what we're going to go ahead and do now, punch a hole and then drift. So I'm going to go ahead, while this is kind of relatively cool, I'm going to go ahead and set a mark with our punch here. So, kind of see, I've got a mark made. Now we're going to use the punch, we're going to drive through, and then we're going to make our hole, and then we'll put our drift in and open this up. There we go. Hole has been punched, so now what we're going to do is we're going to expand this hole out so that we can get our drift into the hole so you get expanded. I think that's pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and finish off the eye. We're gonna squish this down a little bit, kind of try to even it up a little bit. A few taps here. It's right off. mounted into the Tomahawk. So we're wanting to fan out the actual Tomahawk portion of it. How we're going to do that is we're going to use the cross part of the cross peen and hammer like this. What that's going to do is that's going to take all of our hammer blow force and concentrate it into one part of the steel. That's going to force the spreading in this direction instead of down and out in all directions, so we can move all the material like this and open up that axe face. Basic shape of our Tomahawk is done. Now we just got to clean it up, make it look all nice, and then we can heat treat it. So let's go ahead and just roll the grinding montage. Now that we've got all the sanding done, we're going to go ahead, pop it back in the forge, heat it up to temperature, go ahead and quench it. Okay, so final step in this project is going to be, putting a handle onto our Tomahawk. So what I'm thinking for this is I have an old axe handle that is all, the end's busted and it's not usable for its original purpose, but I think we can cut it down and kind of shave it down a little bit and it should work very nicely for this Tomahawk. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So I got this clamped in the vise, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 20 inches, which was right about here, because I think I want the handle to be about 18 inches when we're done. So I'll give us about an inch up here to play with for having that stick out of the Tomahawk, and then we can also cut off an inch down here because this is got a big chunk out of it. So we might need to cut a piece of this off to make it a better fit for a handle. Okay, so I got the handle all fit up. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna hammer this in a little more, tighten this up a little bit, and then we'll be ready to do the final touches on this. So all we're gonna do to do this, we're just gonna do like we did with the drift, set this here, and we're gonna hammer on the top of this and drive it in. Okay. That crack there, that is our limit of how tight we're going to be able to get this. Let's go ahead and clamp this back in the vise. I'll move you guys, give you a better view here. Tighten this in the vise. Come in here. So last thing we're going to do here to our Tomahawk is we're going to go ahead and blacken the handle. This is going to be for aesthetic reasons. So we're going to just take our torch. that's gonna do it. There we have it. A Tomahawk made from a railroad spike. I would test it by throwing it, but I can't throw worth anything and I would only embarrass myself. So maybe if I get somebody who's a little better at it, we can have them test it. But that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.